How is everybody doing today? It is Term or Terms coming at you with a new video, and this one's going to be a tiny bit different and a little bit interesting. I don't normally do these kind of videos, but I would like to start doing them and doing more zombie content because zombies was always my thing on COD as well as trick shotting when that was a thing. And there very well may still be in Cold War, who knows? But I just wanted to kind of go over some of the stuff that Treyarch put out in the last week or two about the new Zombies experience and some of the new stuff as far as like upgrading perks, new perks, the returning stuff, the upgrade, the uncommon, common, epic, legendary items, weapons that you can get, the breakdown on some of the other information they've granted here. I mean, also as well as the pawn takes pawn free charm and title that you can get in Cold War. You can actually redeem it now on your account before the game comes out. And it is, I think it's Sunday is when I'm recording this, so we only got like not even a week, like 5 or 6 days. So it looks like, I'll start out here with the perks. So we're bringing back a Juggernaut. I guess Black Ops 4 had removed Juggernaut, and I did not play Black Ops 4. I was last COD I played was Black Ops 3 as far as zombies goes. And I was a fan of Black Ops 3 zombies with the gobblegums and things like that, but I heard Juggernaut had been tossed to the side for Black Ops 4, and people had been not happy about that. So I'm glad they're bringing it back. And I guess they're actually going about doing upgrades for perks as well. But going down the line, Quick Revive is also back, obviously. Can't go wrong with Quick Revive. It's a staple. Speed Cola, per usual. You can't go wrong without having, some speedy reloads. Stamina Up, which is a necessity in my book. You just turn into a lightning bolt when you fricking get Stamina Up. And it just seems like zombies can't hook you as easily. Deadshot Daiquiri is coming back. It's just an interesting choice out of the choices of perks they would bring back. But I was a fan of Deadshot. Can't go wrong with Deadshot. And then Elemental Pop is their new one, which is the every bullet has the small chance to apply a random base ammo effect, which I would imagine is similar to the Black Ops 3 ammo effects when you'd upgrade, as far as like infected or turned, I guess I think was the term for that, where you turn a zombie into your ally. And then there was like fire effects and lightning effects and things like that. So I guess Elemental Pop just kind of preemptively kind of semi upgrades your weapon before you hit Pack-a-Punch, or gives that ability every once in a while. It seems that they mentioned something along the lines of being able to upgrade perks, which from what they broke down for the Elemental Pop perk, there's 3 tiers. So I believe there's 3 tiers going to be for every perk, which is nice. I guess the base for just as Juggernaut starts, you get an increase of maximum health of 50. I think the old Juggernaut did, I think it was like an extra 100 health or something along those, 150. So I think you have to upgrade Jugs 3 times to get that total of the old Jugs back, and that would make the most sense. But as far as the breakdown that they only gave for the upgrades, they gave Elemental Pops tier 3s. So tier 1, equipment damage, also has a small chance to apply a random base ammo mod effect. Okay, so that means your equipment, I'm guessing like a C4 or even like grenades or anything like that, also has the ability to do the ammo effect. And then tier 2, reduce ammo mod cooldowns by 20%. And then tier 3, when a random ammo mod is applied, it uses your current skill tier instead of the base. Which skill tier, I don't know what that necessarily would go by. I'm guessing there's skill bases on your weapons. I mean, I don't know. There's so much new things that they're adding to this. It's interesting, and it's a whole. I think it's going to be one of the best zombie experiences that we've had in a long time. So, but I mean, just the ability to upgrade perks alone, as well as they are permanent from what they were stating. So even like after I believe this is what I got out of it, is that even after the fact of finishing a game, the aftermath of the game, you'll end up having those perks when you start another one. So you'll end up not keeping them, but the perks will stay upgraded when you get them again. You don't have to upgrade them every time because they mention to upgrade your perks, you'll need to earn raw Ethereum crystals by reaching milestone rounds within the game. So or through successful exfiltration. So you can now choose to leave a game of zombies at any point with a team. I believe actually after a certain amount of rounds you can actually choose, okay, this is an XFill round, and once you execute that XFill, there's like two more rounds or a round of just like high levels of zombies, and then if you can make it through that, then you can XFill out, and then you get apparently you'd get more rewards by doing that instead of actually dying and ending a game. So it seems like they're actually giving rewards now for, choosing. Let's say you get to round 20, you're like, well, there's potential here that we could just go down the next round or two, so might as well just exfil. So, there's always that potential of being able to go down and lose that XP. So it's a nice toss up now of, is it worth getting out now and getting the XP or just kind of, not holding it out. So that's cool. You can't go wrong with that. And the next thing on the list here looks like weapon rarities. They've come out with 5 tiers of rarities, which they've kind of had in Warzone and Modern Warfare, kind of in the Battle Pass. Common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. And I guess each tier increases the damage done by those weapons. Obviously, that would make the most sense. And will also determine how many randomized attachments will come along for the fight. So I guess technically, you can have, I think legendaries always have 8 from what they're stating here. And I guess compare it to the normal version of the weapon, a legendary edition has 300% more damage, which is just pretty wild, especially if you have like a Magnum or something, and a Magnum from the get-go usually does a pretty good base damage. Like in the old CODs, it was like one shot on zombies up until round 10 with a non-upgraded Magnum, which is pretty OP. So if you have a 300% legendary Magnum out the get-go with 8 attachments, you're going to be set to like round 20 without upgrading it. At least I would think. So um, this is going to be definitely different. I'm wondering if they're actually going to crank up the difficulty due to the major changes as far as the weapons go. Because I mean, you can start now with a loadout that you make. You don't have to start with a pistol anymore. So the potential for you know it being more difficult right at the get go is definitely there because you can kind of customize your own experience. So, but they also stated that the mystery box and wall buys won't fall under the under the bus basically because of this system because you can make your own classes. I mean, they kind of go into this explanation of weapon rarities make wall buys and mystery box even more worthwhile by giving them more options in any given game, I guess. So the potential to high roll in the mystery box, like high roll the legendary weapon, goes up as you progress in the game. So the higher you go in zombies, the more potential you are to just roll a legendary out of the box almost every time. So it pushes you to, like, let's say you need a weapon that's better. Obviously, they did block it off, so you only start with one weapon. You don't get 2 weapons. It's not like multiplayer. So you only get one weapon, one primary. So you always have the potential of having the second weapon. And so as you progress through the rounds, you always have a higher chance from the box every round to get something higher up, which makes it nice. It makes it worth, you know, actually hitting the box instead of just stacking yourself out with one weapon and holding on to it. So as we progress through this, it looks like the next thing on their list was custom loadouts, which definitely it's kind of leaning into that already, where they state that you can only have one weapon. You start with one weapon. You can have that weapon like decked out, obviously, as you level it up or whatever. Or you can have any weapon you want. You don't necessarily have to have an AR or whatever. You can still, go with the 1911 or whatever. But they allow you to do, I believe, 2 pieces of equipment, or like a flashbang and a grenade, basically, and then you get a field upgrade similar to multiplayer. If anybody played the beta, or even on like Warzone and Modern Warfare, you get like Dead Silence and things like that, which is your like field upgrade. And the field upgrades are actually pretty interesting. So at the top of the list we have Frost Blast, which creates a frigid blast of wind that deals frost damage and slows enemies caught inside of it. Slowed enemies take additional damage. So this equipment or the field upgrade reminds me of the Ice Staff from Origins. Very interesting piece of equipment. Can't go wrong with that, or the field upgrade. Can't go wrong with that. It's that'll probably save you more times than not. And then the next one on the list is Healing Aura. Summons a beam of energy down on yourself and the allies instantly to heal full health. So I guess you have a tier of health, and I'm guessing you probably don't regenerate as fast as normal anymore. Because if that were the case, this kind of piece of field upgrade wouldn't end up really working out so well. It would just be kind of useless. But I'm not too sure. So it is a nice feature to have just to keep your allies, up. Um, my favorite, which is coming up, and it's not quite the next one, but we'll talk about that in a second. Energy Mine is the next one on the list, and that's a creative mine of pure energy that detonates on proximity of enemies, dealing explosive damage. So that's pretty good. It's just like having like a landmine or a claymore, but it's just like nuking yourself, kind of like a mini nuke. Can't go wrong with that. It's it gets you out of some sticky situations. You get stuck in a corner or whatever. Um, and then the next one, which is my personal favorite, and seems like one of the perks that would be essential for some of the achievements they've released, because they released the achievement list, and one of the achievements is killing 100 zombies while standing on the plane wing. Which, if you guys remember watching the trailer, they actually show them on a giant plane wing, kind of just like fighting off zombies, and there's an achievement for it to kill 100 zombies without leaving there. So the next one that I was stating is Ring of Fire. Creates a ring of ethereal fire that boosts damage for you and your allies. Normal enemies who enter gain a burning effect and that deals fire damage, lasts 15 seconds. I just hope the fire damage does not do what the fire did in Transit, where the zombies explode and they nuke you and make you seem like you're stunned, which was obnoxious. So it looks like the next one and final one is Ether Shroud. Phase into the dark ether for 5 seconds, becoming hidden from enemy detection. So it's kind of like zombie blood, I'm guessing. 5 seconds isn't a long time. Zombie blood used to last for what? Like, seems like 15 to 30 seconds, if not longer. I mean, you could hoof it across the map on Origins with zombie blood. So that could be really good for like reviving your friend or whatever. Because I mean, if you have quick revive, I could see that being helpful. So yeah, those are the field upgrades that they state for what's coming. Um, I'm just wondering if there's upgrades to those or if those kind of just stay the same. So looks like next is armor and salvage on the list. So I guess there's no more shield, like zombie shield, because this is kind of taking the place of it. The armor provides a 360-degree layer of protection from the armies of the undead, and it's apparently a rare drop from enemies, or you can purchase using salvage. So I'm guessing you get salvage as like similar to Vulturade from like Buried when that came out, where you kind of get the money off the ground, I would imagine. So I think enemies probably just drop salvage as you go, and then you can get it randomly, like armor rare, like a rare drop from that. So when worn, it'll mitigate a portion of incoming damage. Every hit will still deal damage, but its durability is limited. So I guess this is kind of like a combination of the armor from World War II zombies, which has like an armor type um, set basically. Like, so it's kind of, I'm just wondering how that'll work with jugs. So like jugs, you're already boosting your health, so I guess technically your health would be boosted, plus if you had armor you're gonna be pretty beasty. I guess if it's taking the place of the shield, it has to kind of be that way, because the shield was really good for a lot of people. If you're getting hit in the back or whatever, you get trapped in a corner. I enjoyed the shield. It saved me plenty of times. So the more interesting part is when you have armor, by picking up a carpenter power up now, it fills up that armor, which is sweet because carpenters just seemed a little underpowered for me. I mean, they're only rebuilding doors and things. So it was nice that they found a other skill for it to help. I guess armor can also be upgraded 2 additional levels, increasing damage mitigation and durability. So it's kind of just like a perk, you know. So you can pair it with upgraded Juggernog, and it'll end up just being pretty OP. So next on the list, it looks like they have supports and skill streaks or score streaks. So from the trailer, they had a little clip in there of someone using a chopper gunner, which I was curious to see how that would work out, because technically you'd end up being just a giant beacon for every single or for every single zombie on the map, you know. But you're just standing still operating a chopper gunner. But they actually give a little bit of information here. They state that when you're using a chopper gunner, it doesn't they don't actually aggro to you. It's kind of like having a zombie blood effect. You know, they don't come after you, which is nice because then you don't have to have somebody protect you. You know, when you're playing solo, it allows you to actually use the kill streaks and things like that. As far as like, I don't know if you get to choose. I guess they actually do pop out of the mystery box, but I don't think you get to choose them. So looks like that's the ones they list here. I don't know if there's more, but the ones they list is combat bow, which I'm guessing is like the crossbow. They have the sentry turret, which is pretty nice. Sentry turret's probably one of the better ones in my opinion. War machine, as long as it's not like the war machine for Black Ops 2. The chopper gunner, which could be potentially OP, just depending upon how long it lasts and things like that. And then self revive, which self revive is, you know, a definite must, and that's nice that you can have that while you're playing with multiple people. You don't have to have like, you know, solos again where you have, you know, quick revive. So that's nice. So like I was stating, they do come out of I guess they come out of the box, which is, you know, not bad. I wish they were more or less like something you earn by, you know, however many zombie kills. Like let's say you get 200 zombie kills, every 200 kills you get, you know, one of these or whatever one you have set up on your class. So that's nice. And okay, so the next one on their list is looting and crafting. So as before, we were talking about like salvage and armor. I guess they even drop lethal and tactical equipment. So I guess you can get grenades and you can get your like flashbangs back, or I'm wondering how they're gonna do flashbangs. I guess flashbangs can stun them, things like that. Or maybe they're gonna have specific tacticals. As you unlock equipment and score streaks through standard player progression, also they did state it. So score streaks do, I guess you can change those later. That content will become available at the crafting table. Oh, that's nice. So you can actually craft your own score streaks. Rarity is also assigned to loot based on its effectiveness. For example, a frag grenade is considered uncommon, where a symbol monkey is considered a rare drop. So if you can build your own monkeys, that's pretty cool. It'll be kind of like building up your character in like an RPG. That's pretty cool. I like that. And then obviously the option to XFill. We were already talking about that at the beginning of the video, about how the potential for, you know, deciding to XFill is there for more XP, more reward, because the battle pass is also tied into zombies as well, which they kind of hinted at until, you know, the whole like combination of multiplayer and zombies is kind of going down to one point, as far as like levels and things like that, which is nice. The ability to cross over, and they also released this week actually the ability to use like the old prestige emblems as your emblem. So they brought back like the old prestiges, I'm guessing from the other Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. So that's pretty cool. But it looks like XFill starts at round 10, and then every 5 rounds after you have the choice to leave. And if you're playing solo, it doesn't matter. It just happens every 5 rounds. You can choose to leave whenever you want. When you're playing co-op, you have to have a majority vote to leave. You can't just be the only person to say, all right, we're out, basically, which is nice because you never know when you're playing with people online or random people. So You'll escape when you do make it to the chopper after the crazy last rounds or two. So I guess once triggered, the normal round will end. So the normal round of zombies that you're on will finish, and then there'll be another round of just insane amount of zombies, and you have to make it to the chopper at that point to get out with the bonus XP and the raw Ethereum crystals. So that's kind of nice, you know. Once you start at round 10 or whatever, it'll be quite the, I'm sure people will be doing it early just to get the Ethereum crystals early to get their perks upgraded. And I guess the last thing here to talk about is the ping system. So the ping system that's in like Modern Warfare right now in Warzone is coming to zombies as well as multiplayer for Black Ops Cold War. So you can actually ping out like the mystery box and things like that. Not that you really need to. Everybody looks up in the sky, but I'm guessing this map's going to be sizable. So if you need a ping system on a big map like that, I guess it makes sense. But yeah, so they basically have gone over the majority of the outline of zombies, and it's something to look forward to. It's definitely looking like a very sweet combination of things, and they've really made it into an experience now, like a different type of experience. Um, so it's just looking forward to it, basically. And I wanted to make this video because I really enjoy zombies, and it's definitely a fun thing for me, and seeing like the ability to upgrade your character and kind of tweak yourself is really cool. So definitely something to look forward to this week, and I'll be definitely making videos on it. But the last thing here is the family portrait calling card and weapon charm that I was talking about at the beginning of the video. So I'll leave some information in the description below, but basically go to ponticspawn.com/color code, I believe is the link. I'll leave that down there as well. But this, if you don't already have a Pontics Pawn account, it's just a Easter egg website for Call of Duty that's out, and it's officially done by Treyarch. So you can get this, I'll leave it up on the screen right now, family portrait calling card, which is just 4 zombies and a nuclear bomb going off in the background. Can't go wrong with a calling card, especially at the beginning of Cold War, and a charm, a chess piece charm. So, like I said, I'll leave that down in the description. Just sign up and go through the steps, and then once you get the steps for it, they'll give you an achievement up in the top right hand corner that says claim reward. Click on that claim reward, and you'll be taken to a screen with a code, and then it says redeem now. It'll take you to callofduty.com. And as long as you have a PlayStation, Xbox, Battle.net account that's hooked to Call of Duty, then you can sign in and input the code. It'll give you the calling card and the charm. And once Cold War comes out, you'll be set with some new things that not everybody will have. And I'm not too sure on how long this will be going on for, because that website's been out for like 2 or 3 months as this Easter egg's been going on between Warzone and Modern Warfare and Cold War. So definitely do it as soon as possible. And I think that wraps up the video for today. I just wanted to kind of go over some stuff, but I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you on Zombies Day.